Hi guys and welcome to the channel. You're here with the Architect and we are playing MotoGP 20 on the Xbox One. In this episode we are in round 12 of the Moto3 World Championship at the famous RedBull Ring in Austria. Can we achieve another step forward in the championship like we did at Brno? Let's find out.
Qualifying round. The first riders are about to get on the track and battle their way to get the best starting grid positions.
So here we are then, round 12 of the Moto3 World Championship. I think that's about halfway through the championship now we're just starting to build a little bit of momentum to create some points in the championship. But I just wanted to do something a little bit different today. We're going to go straight into the office and see about any proposals that we've got for Moto2. So I've been having a little think about where we want to be for Moto2. We really need to be thinking about getting some interest now and doing some negotiations. So a part of that train of thought has been to consider some of these interested parties, and I think we should kick these off as soon as possible, just to open up a potential chance to get into the Moto2 season. So I think with that in mind, the Petronas team in Moto2 is reasonable, so I think absolutely we should have some interest in that. So we're going to kick this off and we're going to start some negotiation with the Petronas team. I really don't mind them. I think they're a good team. I think the other team that I probably wouldn't mind is the NTS team. Yeah, Ben Snyder. He races with this team, so I'm probably going to start some negotiation with these teams as well, or with this team. The other two teams that we've got here are the American racing team. Trying to think of the American rider. I can't think of his name who races for that team. They seem to stick to the American riders, so I'm probably not going to be interested in riding their bike. And I don't think I'm interested in a Team Asia bike either. So I think we're going to start the progress on the Petronas team and the NTS racing team, and we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully we'll get some interest. I don't think we've got anything in here. Nope. And we've got no proposals yet. So I just wanted to get that started before we head off into qualifying. So with that in mind then, we'll head off into Q2 and we'll get down to the circuit.
We're back at the circuit for the second qualifying round. The first riders are about to get on the track and battle their way to get the best starting grid positions.
So just looking at the pre-qualifying then, so our free practice sessions were reasonably good, so that has qualified us straight into Q2. So we're going to load our setup quickly there. Let's put some new rubber on as well. 5 laps in the tank and we'll head off straight out onto track. So as usual, we will put an outlap in to try and get a good start out. First gear corner, be careful on the throttle there. It's easy to wheelie at that corner. I'll flip it, done that many times in practice. down the hill on the brakes as well. So there's a few tricky corners on this track. Had to work hard again on the setup. So even though we're slightly down on power on this bike, I think we've got a good setup for this weekend. So over the line then, 1:38.8, first position. Our first time out. Let's see if we can beat that on this time, on this lap. We've still got enough fuel in the tank. We're down into turn 2. You do need a good brake setup on this track, but it's up that hill there, you've got to be so careful with the throttle. Very easy to flip it, as I said. Our free practice times was around that time as well, 1:38, so it is consistent. So down half a second on a second sector. Oh, a little bit too deep. So we just need to achieve a 4th row. That's all. So at the moment, second place. So we've achieved that if the result stays as it is. Do like the feel of this bike though now. Okay, let's head back into the pits.
We're back from the pit lane.
Okay, 7 minutes left, and we are second position. So let's just have a look at live sessions. Let's see, so Tatsuki Suzuki 1:39.2, so he's half a second off our time. What do you reckon? Should we chance it, or should we go out for another session? We've got a bit of time. Let's see if we can just improve on the 1:38.8, because we're only a 10th off Antonelli. Yeah, let's go back out and let's see what happens. We've got 6 minutes. As I was setting up the bike on a standard setup, we were doing like 140s and I just couldn't beat the 140 time. But since we got the bike set up, we managed to save nearly 2 seconds a lap. It was like 1.8 seconds per lap. So it just goes to show you that, you know, setting up the bike can really give you some time. Out onto the curbs, using all the track. 0.4 down. Ogura in front of us. We don't want him messing up our lap. I think we're going to go for another lap. We're still second place though. Nobody's really taken our place from us, and we have got. Oh, we're up on that. We're up in that sector. Oh, got excited and lost me. Okay, let's make this lap. Forget that. Let's make this lap the good lap. Get a good exit. Here we go. Let's see if we can overtake Ogura down the straight. Yeah, we can definitely beat her. We could be in for another pole there, actually. Oh, no, lost it. There you go, guys. Be careful on the throttle. Easy to lose it. But that's our qualifying over.
That await us in tomorrow's Grand
Yeah,
Prix.
so there we go, guys. Antonelli in pole. He's took pole, so he's second in the championship at the moment. We'll remind ourselves of the championship as well, just before we go out to the race. But Antonelli second in the championship. Messia, he come 4th, so he's 0.7 behind. So this could be an interesting race. Antonelli could close the gap in the championship with that kind of qualifying time, but we are second. So again, we've got a good chance here to make some places up.
Hello and welcome to the RedBull Ring. Just a few minutes to go and the Moto3 class Austrian Grand Prix will finally begin. As you can tell from the footage, we're broadcasting from the track. We're looking forward to great weather for the race.
Okay, so here we are down on the grid then for the race, the RedBull Ring in Austria. So our strategy for this race, we need to make sure we load our setup for a start. So let's go and do that. We worked hard on the setup, we don't want to waste it, and it again saves us about 2 seconds a lap. So check consumption. So we're going to change our tyres for some new soft boots. Yep, we're going on softies. I really can't see any other reason to go out on any other tyre choice at the moment. I'm just not seeing it for Moto3. In the game so far, softs have worked for us, and there's plenty of rubber left on us. They're not wearing out in any way, they're not losing shape, they're not causing us any problems, so we're going to carry on with softs, I think, for this. They worked in free practice and they worked in qualifying. We did the development as well in the FP sessions, so they wanted to put a medium and hard on, but I don't think, from what I tested, I don't think that that's going to help us. 8.5 laps of fuel, that's what we're going for, so we can use our power mode 2, and we're going to crack on out to the race. Let's go. Yeah, so tyre choices, look, they're going for mediums. You got some of the guys on softs, medium softs. So it's a mixed bag, isn't it? Lopez is on softs. Yeah, mixed bag of tyres. I've just been watching the GPs as well, so I'm all fired up for this race.
Have just completed the sighting lap and are lined up on the RedBull Ring straight. Very little time is left until the start of another Austrian Grand Prix.
Power mode 2 and we're off. Can we get a good start? We need to get round this first corner as we go up the hill. That's a cracking start. Watch the wheelie. Keep the front end down. Rubbing shoulders with Masia there. Fenati in front of us. I think Masia was a bit aggressive there on the first turn. But we're losing that power down the straight. I can hear the bikes behind me. Look at Masia. He's been very aggressive for the first lap. So position 7th then. We've got a Leopard behind us, Arbolino in front. We don't want to get too tied up on the first lap, so just taking it easy, not going too mad, unlike Masia. He's going a bit bonkers. Going to get the tyres warmed up. Up the side of Arbolino there, bouncing off the rev limiter. Around turn 9 for the end of the first lap. Oh, a bit wide there to the last turn. But can we get out on the drive out over the line for 5th position for the first lap? Excellent. So this is where we ended up in our last race, 5th. Oh, a bit wide there. All out on the green. Fortunately for us, we don't get a penalty for being out on the green because they've not introduced that in the game yet. Maybe they'll do that next time. Fenati's just overtook us again there, and we got him back. We do have a lot of power down the straights actually, late power. So Tatsuki Suzuki in front. Down into first gear. Oh, out on the gravel, we've lost a little bit of time there. Fenati coming around the outside of us. But we can hold our line. We can hold off Fenati. Seems we've got good pace, good race pace. Oh, we're running a bit deep. Trying to hit the apexes. So it looks like they're pulling away from us in the front there. 1.3 seconds in front, Tatsuki Suzuki is. That was a good drive out there. Looks like we've made a little bit of time up on him. So Messia in front, Antonelli and then Fenati. We maintain our 5th position, Tatsuki Suzuki in front of us. As we try and build... Oh, here's a crash. Rodrigo. So Rodrigo's crashed out then. Not sure where he was. Green flag's out now. Free track. Tyres are nicely warm. 3 laps to go. We're still in power mode 2 as we go up the hill. Oh. Well, that wheelie there that always catches me out, but managed to just let the throttle off. I think we're probably lapping now at a similar pace to those in front. We've got a little gap behind us. So coming round then for the end of lap 3, Messia still in front, Antonelli and then Fenati, Tatsuki Suzuki in 4th who we're chasing. Oh, who's that who's down? So we've gained a place, we've been gifted a place. We've got somebody behind us, I can feel them. So we aren't closing the gap on Tatsuki, but we seem to be pretty comfortable where we are. But if we finish 4th today, you won't hear any complaints from me. So Messia still leading, Antonelli and Tatsuki Suzuki, we're in 4th position. The gap is over 2 seconds. Well, that was cracking corner. We've got 2 laps to go, 1.8 laps in the tank. We're still in power mode 2. So without power mode 2, we just don't have the power to keep up with these front runners, but we've still got somebody behind us. We might have a chance to find out who that is. And we run a little bit wide there, a little bit deep. See if we can take a look here. That is Fenati. Still Fenati. So he's still chasing our tail. Well, we're starting to run a bit wide now. I'm wondering if the front tyre is overheating a little bit. I am struggling to close the gap though on these guys at the front. So we'll just try and maintain this position and hold off Fenati behind us. And we've got a penalty as well, oh dear. So now we really need to maintain that gap behind us. We might just have lost a place there. Up to power mode 2 for the final lap. So what's the gap behind us to Fenati? No, Fenati's coming by his look. Just up on the green as well. I wonder if they will introduce penalties for being out on the green like they do in the real GP. Oh, we've cut the nose off Fenati. Can we be defensive just to... Can we pull a gap? Have we got some fuel left? Power mode 2, yes, let's go. Power mode 2, let's see if we can just pull that gap, a little gap, just to recover that penalty to maintain the 4th position. I think we are pulling out on him, aren't we? See if we can see the gap behind us. That was nice. Oh, still out on the green. Have we done enough? Have we done enough to maintain the 4th position for the 0.2 second penalty? I think that was a yes.
The stars of this exciting race are finishing the final lap. Let's take advantage of these moments to take a look at the Moto3 final ranking.
I think that means we managed the 4th position, guys. So final results. Masia come first, so he's still going to continue to lead the championship, and he's going to pull a little gap on Antonelli. Well, absolutely, because Antonelli's come third. So Masia first, Tatsuki Suzuki second, and Antonelli in 3rd position. And we come 4th. That's a great result for us. So Riders' Championship. 245 points then for Masia. So he has pulled a little bit of a gap on Antonelli, extended his lead. Let's have a look where we are. So where did McPhee come? So McPhee come 11th. No, he didn't come 11th, he is 11th now. So Arbolino is now in 10th place. And we've moved up 5 places to 14th position. So our 10th position objective is absolutely in our sights. So our reputation's going up, so it should really help again with those negotiations that we've set off for Moto 2. And more research data. I feel like things are starting to come together now for us. We're still down on power on the KTM. It is quite a slow bike in essence. Maybe I should have gone with a different bike to start with. But hey ho, we are where we are. So let's just jump back into the office then before we finish this episode, just to have a look at what we've got on offer. So personal manager, so we don't have any contract proposals as of yet. No more interested parties. But look at that reputation required to get a ride on the Petronas bike. It'd be nice if it gave us a number on that so we can see what that distance actually is, whether it's achievable or not. Well, that would be nice. But we've got 9 more weeks to prove our worth. So the NTS Racing GP team as well is got the same reputation required. So it's kind of out of our hands, isn't it? You know what, let's say we're interested in these 2 as well, just in case. We can always turn them down. It just opens up our options, doesn't it? Establishment of a new team as well, so we could show our interest here as well with establishing a new team, but we're not going to do that. So technical staff management, we've got a new candidate available for our data analysis, our data analyst. So let's just have a quick look. What have we got? A C++, Leonardo Oliveira. It's quite a cool name, isn't it? So I think Leonardo is a better candidate than Natalie, who's just a C+. 37 for the engine, 10 chassis. So monthly salary 2,200. Annual salary 28,600. So let's just have a look at our new candidate. So he's a little bit more money, but how are we doing in terms of the cost sheet? So our income is 78,500 with our expenditures of 44,000. So that gives us kind of a gap of around 30,000, doesn't it? 34,000. So we could spend an extra, what was it, £4,000 a year, £7,000 a year. So let's accept Leonardo Oliveira. Okay then guys, I think that's it for this weekend. So next weekend we will be at our home circuit at Silverstone in Great Britain. If you like what we're doing here guys, please subscribe, hit the like button and hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment guys. Let me know if you're watching the GPs this season and what you think to the new signing for Valentino Rossi to the Petronas team. Let me know what you think, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye bye.
Welcome viewers, we're joining you live from the Silverstone circuit for this historic MotoGP World Championship event. Let's not waste any more time. The first round of free practice has already begun and we're about to see the first riders getting on track. The sky above us is clear and the forecasts say that the situation will be stable for the entire duration of the session.